Hello, this time we want to take a look at circle, and I would like you to know that this teaching will be in three phases. The first part, we're going to be looking at the properties of a circle, and the second part, we're going to be considering the calculations on circle. So we first take a look at the calculations on the circumference of a circle, and later we'll consider the calculations on the area of a circle. So I would like you to try as much as possible to get the remaining two videos on circle so that you can have a complete, thorough knowledge of circle. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the first one. That's the properties of a circle. This is a circle, and if you use a pair of compasses, this is a pair of compasses. If you use it to construct a circle, this sharp end of the pair of compasses, if you place it on your book, you're going to have a dot. That dot shows the center of the circle. Is that taken? Now this line of a circle, this whole line of a circle is called circumference. It's the circumference. You can either call it circumference or you call it perimeter of a circle. It is the distance round the circle. Is that understood? Now I can draw a line from the center of this circle to touch a part of this circumference. That line is called radius. Is that understood? The plural of radius is radii. I can have another radius here. This is also another radius. So these two are called radii. Is that understood? You know that wherever two straight lines meet, we have an angle. So this angle we don't know it. We call it theta. T-E-T-H-A. Do you understand? It's a Greek alphabet. All right. The area, now this line that joins two radii together, the line that joins two radii together is called an arc. A-R-C is an arc. And the area inside this arc is called sector. Do you understand? Good. Now we can draw a line that will divide a circle into two equal parts. That line is called diameter. It's called what? Diameter. Good. And I would like you to know that half of diameter is radius. Notice the center. So if I clean this part, I will have another radius here. You understand? So if I divide diameter into two, I get the radius. If I multiply radius by 2, I get the diameter. So if I double radius, I get the diameter. So diameter equals to radius times 2, and radius is diameter divided by 2. Did you get that? Good. Now we have another line that divides a circle into two, but not into two equal parts. Look at this line now. It's dividing the circle into two. So this is the first part, then the second part is up here. The line that divides a circle into two but not into two equal parts is called a chord. It's a chord. Do you understand? So we are going to have chord here, and this area inside the chord, we also have another area inside the chord here too. So the area inside this chord is called segment. Do you understand? So this part is called segment. This space also is called segment. Now this segment here is smaller than this segment here. So this segment that is bigger is called the major segment, while this segment that is smaller is called the minor segment. Do you understand? Good. Now we can also divide a circle into 4 equal parts. We can divide a circle into 4 equal parts. Each part is called a quadrant. So this is a quadrant. This is another quadrant, this is another quadrant, this is another quadrant. That is 1/4 of a circle. Is that understood? Good. So we have talked about the circumference or the perimeter of a circle, which is the distance round a circle. The radius is a line that is drawn from the center of a circle, touching any part of the circumference. A diameter is a line that divides a circle into two equal parts. A chord is a line that divides a circle into two, but not into two equal parts. The area inside a chord is called segment. And we have the minor segment and the major segment. The arc is the line that joins two radii together. And if you have an arc, definitely the space inside the arc will be called sector. So the area, that's the space in the arc, is called sector. If you divide a circle into four equal parts, each part is a quadrant. So a quarter of a whole circle, that's one part of a circle after the circle had been divided into four equal parts. So a quadrant is 1/4 of a circle. I need to take note of this, that radius is half of diameter. Diameter is twice of radius. Now listen to this. A diameter is a chord. Any line that divides a circle into two, whether into two equal parts or not, is a chord. So a diameter is a chord. But a chord is not a diameter. A chord does not divide a circle into two equal parts. Only a diameter divides a circle into two equal parts. So a line that divides a circle into two, whether into two equal parts or not, is a chord. But the name of the chord that divides a circle into two equal parts is a diameter. But if you just divide the circle into two, but not into two equal parts, it is a chord. Do you understand? And don't also forget that we have major and minor segments. So that is that on the properties of a circle. Do you understand? Don't forget to try and get the remaining two videos on calculations on circle. Au revoir.